Hey, there we go. How about that? Hey, there we go. How about that? Hey, there we go. How about that? Is it echoing? Is it echoing? Is it echoing? Sorry, I set this up. I swore I was never gonna do this on an actual stream, but I set this up. I can hear. I think my volume was low. No, no, it definitely was muted because I set it up to stream to record some Minecraft because I've been working on some like long plays and because I love that. Like I'll watch a Minecraft long play for forever. So I didn't want to record my mic, so I muted it, and I forgot about that, and I didn't check because I'm an idiot. But welcome everybody. Hello Mitchell. Hello Tech Boy. You are number one fan. I unfortunately still have not checked my email. This has been a ridiculously crazy week for work, and I have like you should see my group chat with like a friend, and I have barely even gotten back to him. So apologies. I promise I am. I'm not avoiding it. I drive an hour to work, both each way. So 2 hours of my day is spent driving, and the rest is at work. So, and by the time I get here, I just kind of put something on, and hang out. But yeah, hopefully it's looking good to everybody, sounding good to everybody. I don't want it to be too quiet, but I also don't want it to be too loud. I think I did get it, Tech Boy. Let me actually look. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, possibly, yeah. Like tell me kind of what you're thinking is what are you picturing? Yes. Wait. Mitchell said I could imagine specifically reviewing and doing pixel content. You mean like being busy? Because usually actually it would be the other way around. It's not super busy just doing tech stuff, or I mean like pixel stuff. Um, but since I work at AT&T, that's my main source of income at this point, and I have yeah, yeah. Shoot me another one and let me know kind of like what exactly you're looking for, like what you have in mind or what you're picturing, and possibly yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, I have almost the whole Pixel 7 Pro review shot. I want to make sure it's like really good, and I think of everything. I don't forget stuff. So it's been taking a little bit longer than I was expecting. But it should be out at least by to like Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Wednesday morning. So hopefully that's what I'm looking for anyway. Pixel 7 Pro signal has been really good actually, and that's actually something that I've discussed in the review itself because I have had a big difference between the 6 Pro and the 7 Pro as far as signal goes, and I did not know I was even having a signal problem on the 6 Pro. So that was actually kind of an eye opener for me. But yeah, it's been very, very good. Definitely faster than my 6 Pro, and it doesn't wear down the battery as much either, doing stuff on LTE. Hang on, let me stick this on Twitter really quick. Okay. Yeah, it's been really good. What's up, HTTR? It's like HTTP, very secure. Oh, I keep forgetting to fix this bitrate thing too. And now I've got two. I got two logos. That's really annoying. I didn't know I had that one on there. Okay. Well, we're gonna wait for a couple other people to get in here as well, because I specifically want to Oh, HTTPS is the secure one, isn't it? That's right. Yeah, you are correct. See, if we were playing the game already, that would have been a shot if I was wrong. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can or can't drink on YouTube. I think it depends on when in the video you do it and what your audience is. And my audience is mostly an adult, except possibly Tech Boy. I'm not sure how old you are, but boy implies younger. And I don't know if that's true or not, or if that's just an assumption. But I have Pineapple Malibu and a lot of stress. So what I want to do is play a game, as I'm also eating my Pizza Hut because I got their new pasta for dinner. And I want to see how good I actually am at tech knowledge. Some of it, like what I'm going for is like, explain this concept to me, not like, what's the processor on the S5? That stuff I don't know, but it doesn't really matter for real life. You know what I mean? Oh, I gotcha. Sorry, Tech Boy. Well, when you get older and old enough, what I did, I don't know. Okay, so this is actually legitimate, like real advice. Like I would never, tell somebody like, well, try it out. Like, it's not like that, but like it like revolutionized my fear of going out with people when I was like, okay, I'm going to buy whiskey and I'm going to buy wine and I'm going to buy whatever else I was interested in. And I'm just going to see what my limits are. And until I start feeling like, okay, I'm feeling like dizzy or I've got spins or whatever. And that really gave me a lot of confidence in being out with people. So definitely 100% don't abuse it, but use it wisely. You know what I mean? It's just my orange crush. So I had that instead of Mountain Dew today. How many MVNO carriers uses AT&T reception towers? Is this an official question, or are you just curious? I guess I should probably share it too. Official question. Okay. And I will not be Googling these things. I will not be, because Googling is cheating. But that also means Googling the hardest tech questions in the world that can't even be answered by CEOs is also not allowed. It's a two-way street. All right, let me actually do this too, because I think a lot of people want to see this on... Actually, that's a really good poll question. I'm always curious about this. I wish YouTube would do YouTube like Polaroids or YouTube photos or something like that, like to replace Instagram. I think it would actually fit really well. So I think using posting, like just regular posts on YouTube, is a really good way to communicate with people. But is it annoying to see on your feed? That's the question. And then I'll answer the MVNO question. And actually, that's a sneak peek because I do have a video coming on how YouTube should officially start like YouTube images or the Polaroids or whatever they want to call them. Welcome everybody else who hasn't chatted yet. That's true. I actually would agree that YouTube is not social media. All right. Let me see if I can insert this video, or I don't know if it'll let me insert a live video or not. Oh, hey, it will. That's cool. Wait, Tech Boy, you wrote a post on YouTube or you wrote like a blog post? Because I didn't think blog posts were really that much of a thing anymore, which is kind of sad. I did a blog actually for a while, and I enjoyed it. I like writing. A blog post? Oh, that's cool. What do you use? What platform do you use? Is it what do you call it? WordPress? Oh, Blogspot. Nice. I haven't heard of Blogspot in a while.
No way did I just find.
Okay. So. Oh, nice. That's cool. You should shoot me your blog over Twitter, and I'll check it out. Because I don't really have blogs to follow anymore, which is a little sad. Okay, so Mitchell, how many MVNO companies use AT&T reception towers? Are you like exclusively AT&T or including AT&T? Because some of them use multiples. Oh, you don't have Twitter? Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. I'm down. No, you cannot Bing it. I just saw that. Orange Crush is amazing. This is kind of a. It's not a sketchy Domino's, but they like the fridge didn't stay sealed, and it's not that cold, so it needs to be cold. Ice cold in like a glass jar is the best, but it's actually really good. It's not at all the same as Fanta. It's sweeter than that. I think I forgot napkins. That's true. The list would be a little bit bigger. Okay, let's think. So it's not. I'm gonna name the ones that are not. Wait, do you have a list up in front of you? Because I actually don't know if I'm gonna get this right or not. So you'll have to fact check me. So obviously it's not Straight Talk because that's Verizon. It's obviously not Mint because that's T-Mobile. It is obviously not Metro because that's T-Mobile as well. Most of them are T-Mobile. Virgin Mobile's not really a thing anymore, and that was Verizon anyway. Boost is Sprint, and they're dying out. They're actually being shut down in favor of Metro. Let me think. What are the other niche ones that you might see at like Walmart? Definitely Cricket. Cricket 100% does. I have actually. What's up, Gilbert? Thanks for being here. I have actually never heard of Ultra Mobile. Interesting. I know there's another one that runs off of AT&T, and it's a Walmart brand. It's not Walmart Family Mobile. That's T-Mobile. I think Walmart actually has two carriers, and I can't remember if they combined them. Oh, Simple Mobile. That's the other one. Simple Mobile is green. If anything, it would be Simple Mobile, but I think that's T-Mobile. You mean Gilbert? You're talking about U.S. Cellular? U.S. Cellular is like a southern kind of Midwest, and it actually runs on its own towers. It's not an MVNO. It's its own company. So technically, it's one of the big four, but they don't really push themselves that much. So it's kind of it's not that they don't work too hard at it. So my final answer is going to be officially Cricket. That's the only one I can think of. I know there's another one, but I'm not sure how niche you're looking at. I think just Cricket. That's my final answer. Let me see. Actually, let me Google it now because I actually gave my answer. AT&T MVNOs. Oh, I do see. Wait. U.S. Mobile. I didn't. Is that an American thing or is that somewhere else? Because I've never heard of that before. Let's see. Simply put, AT&T MVNOs are carriers that use speeds, coverage, and reach from AT&T. We know that already. Which ones? Because AT&T, okay, AT&T where I used to live in Ohio, it was trash, terrible, like 6 megabits per second, and it still is that way when I go to visit. So, oh, is it? Let me look at the picture actually. So there, I never even really considered getting it, even when the iPhone first came out. Yes, that's, you know, that's how, you know, how old I am. But I couldn't switch because AT&T was so bad in our area, and it would be like $140 for like 1 gig of data, maybe. Hey, what's up, Tiger? Go follow this man. Yeah, Gilbert. I think AT&T is king in the Midwest and the South. That's what I'm realizing. Yeah, Mitchell. It's especially, and this is 2009. Like this isn't this isn't like any, like this isn't like today. $130 is not that out of the question. It's a little expensive, but like if you want like a 512 gig iPhone or if you want like a Galaxy Fold or something like that, then you're going to expect to pay $130, $140. But I'm talking like the iPhone 3GS on AT&T with unlimited, aka 1 gig of data, and they just didn't expect anybody to go over 1 gig, so they had that class action lawsuit. Wait, did I actually get that correct? Nice. I'm actually really proud of myself, and I'm gonna take a shot anyway because I need one. But oh no, wait. Oh, hang on. Okay, Freedom. Okay, here's the comprehensive list. AT&T MVNOs. Actually, yeah. It looks like there are 3 more, but one of them used to be Sprint, and 2 of them I have never heard of. So either I've just never heard of them, or Track Phone. Yeah. I forgot about Track Phone because they don't do anything except flip phones. I didn't think anyway. That's the only Track Phones I've ever seen come in my store are flip phones or like really really basic tiny smartphones that really don't even have data. It's just because the screen is cheaper to make than the buttons or whatever. So Track Phone is dead. Yeah. I thought at some point Verizon was gonna buy Track Phone, but I don't know if that happened. I think they just wanted the customer base because Verizon's so big. I mean, they can't really grow that much more anyway. Nice. Okay. I just got an email back from somebody I need. What's up, Chris? That awesome triangles next to your name. I love seeing it. Also, everybody go follow. If you like Fortnite, and if you like games, and if you like chess, and like Life of Tiger is my friend in real life. He's the mod in here. He is working on like a super classy AF like chess playing stream/series. I don't know exactly all the details of what he's doing yet, but it's gonna be super cool. So if you enjoy like gaming and stuff and like mental health focus and like chill vibes, like that kind of thing, go follow him because he does good at his streams. Track Phone and then H2O. So H2O I thought that was Sprint. Was it always AT&T? Or was it Sprint at some point, or was it just yellow? So I thought it was Sprint. But yeah, US Mobile, I have never heard of US Mobile before, so this is actually informational. But it looks like the only 3 that aren't included with like a T-Mobile or a Sprint or something like that that use multiple towers is Free Up, Good to Go, and Cricket, and H2O. What's up, Stefan? Thanks for being here. We are playing a game. I want to see, so at work, people kind of come to me and ask me tech questions all the time, and somehow I always have the answer. And I want to know, is it just because I get the same questions every day, so I feel like I'm really smart, or do I actually know what I'm talking about with tech, and I actually am really smart? So I'm doing a thing where either $10 donations and I take a shot of this, and either that, or we can ask tech questions, and if I get it wrong, then I take a shot. Paul, thank you very much for being here. I was going to, and I had to stay late at work, and I didn't even make it back until like 9:45. So by the time I got back, like I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty mentally exhausted. And then I looked at the poll that I did, and oh hey Chris, thank you so much. That's so generous. You've donated like 3 times. I appreciate it, man. I'll get you. But yeah, Paul, I was going to, and I am going to weekly. I'm actually writing up tomorrow since I'm off. I'm making a schedule for when my streams are going to be, and I'm going to list them or whatever you call it. Like I'm going to schedule the streams, so where nobody's going to be missing anything anymore. And there's been a lot of growth very quickly. Like 15 days ago, I was still at I was excited to have 1,100 subs. So like this is very, very fast, which I'm very thankful for, but I'm kind of, still trying to play a little bit of catch up. But yeah, that's the reason. I appreciate you sticking around though. And like you knowing I was going to do it. Wait, Chris, AT&T tried to sue you? You know how big AT&T is? Okay, like size of carriers, AT&T actually, yeah, AT&T is so much bigger than other carriers because they own Walden Media, they own DC, they own DirecTV. Like they're all owned by the same company. Like that's so much bigger. You waited an hour? I didn't even think it was listed. I didn't have one scheduled though. Was there one scheduled? Or would it have repeated from last Friday? Because we did a Friday stream last week. Let me check in YouTube Studio, because that definitely was not supposed to happen, and I greatly apologize. I am so sorry. I did not know. It was not supposed to be scheduled. Let me see. Live. Unlisted. October 21st. Oh man, it was scheduled. I'm so sorry. I did not know I scheduled that one. I remember putting it up, but I did not think I scheduled it. I thought I put it up like for my reference so I would remember to do it. I didn't think I actually put it public. I'm so sorry, guys. I appreciate the dedication. That's very kind, but yeah, I feel really bad now. I had no idea there were people waiting. Also, Chris, YouTube needs to make a way to, like, you can pin polls and you can like pin products you're selling and stuff. We need to be able to pin like donations, because that's awesome. I really appreciate it. Also, everybody says YouTube posts are not annoying. Okay, that's interesting to know. Out of all 9 votes, so I may actually do some more of those often. I may use YouTube kind of like I use Twitter actually for like announcements and just little stuff here and there. But let me take that shot for Chris, because I need one, and he deserves it for being awesome, and for having those triangles next to his name. That's super cool. So I am using a Love cup that I got from Target. It is not actually a shot glass because I left all my shot glasses, which are I have SpongeBob shot glasses. Yes, you heard that correctly. I have 4 shot glasses. It was a set, and they're all different SpongeBob faces, and they're in my storage unit from when I moved, which is also the reason I'm kind of cramped in here, and like it's always a mess because I don't have a dresser yet, and like so I'm working on it, So we're gonna use this, and I'm just going to promise that I'm putting enough in here. That looks like a shot. All right. Pineapple Malibu, everybody. If you'd like to drink at home, unless you're tech boy, because how old are you? You said you're a kid, but I don't know if that means like 9 or if that means like 16. Yes. Energy. Pain gives you a reason to live. If you've ever listened to Breaking Benjamin or Tool, you know what I'm talking about. Paul, I gotta pace myself. I haven't eaten anything all day long. I didn't even take a lunch today. That's how busy it was. So I ate Taco Bell for breakfast on my way to work at 9:45. And this food, it's the first time eating since then. So I will not be chugging out of the bottle just yet. Also, who would watch if me and my friend Tyler, aka Life of Tiger, did a double drinking stream where he's a full Apple boy and I'm a full Google boy, so we could have like a really, and he's not really a tech person, he's more in like the gaming space, so we could have a really interesting discussion on like tech and what things do and how things work and why iMessage is the way it is and stuff like that. I feel like that would be fun, but I can't convince him to do it yet. I'm trying to. Oh, Tech Boy, you're 15. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's not too bad. So give it like... Wait. You can't drink till you're 21, can you? Okay, I thought you were closer than I thought. Never mind. Honestly, I would much rather drink Pineapple Malibu anyway, because Pineapple Malibu kind of takes the edge off. I'm definitely not one for vodka or for, like, Tito's. It's just bitter. Like, I don't really like margaritas either. Jack and Coke, I can do that. Like Blue Motorcycles, that kind of thing. Like vodka and, you know, juice. Rum is great. I love rum. If I'm trying to sleep, or if I've had a bad day, or if I'm like need to get energy out, I'll drink the Kraken, and that kind of punches you in the face metaphorically, and then you just pass out and go to sleep, and it's the best sleep you'll ever have in your life. But yeah, okay. Next question. I need another tech question. I need to be stumped. Actually, I finally found a whiskey that was too strong for me. It is 1792 whiskey, but it comes in a really cool colonial looking bottle. So I bought it for the bottle, but I wanted to try the brand too, and it is just too strong. Even with Coke, it's really strong. I am always an advocate for insurance. What carrier do you have? Let me know if this chewing is annoying. I think I'm back far enough, but this doesn't have a mute button like my old mic did. Verizon. I think Verizon charges you like $18 or $18.99 for insurance. So that one, that's a lot of money. If I were you, I would take my chances with that one. But if you bought it from like Google Fi or the Google Store and it's like $7 or $9, I do that. Like in my Pixel 6a, I have I bought that through Google Fi, and I do have insurance on that, but it's like $4 a month. So it kind of depends. I love Google Fi though. I'm like AT&T has incredible service, like service speeds. But Google Fi is just unmatched in simplicity, and I don't get as good speeds with Google Fi. The connection is good, even though it's T-Mobile. So there is that. It's been good actually, and I get 5G all the way up through like West Virginia when I go home, through the mountains. I almost never lose service with Google Fi, and it's almost always 5G. but the speed isn't necessarily always there. It's not matched with AT&T, especially in the city. But there's just something about it. It's so simple. I love it. I'm hoping they can. I'd love to be sponsored by Google Fi at some point, because they do sponsorships and stuff on like podcasts and videos and stuff. So I feel like that would be really cool. Okay, Mitchell brought up French fries, so that means we have to debate this again. Sonic French fries versus McDonald's French fries versus Burger King French fries. And that goes without saying that Arby's curly fries are obviously the king. So not even on that tier. Let me see. Bluetooth version are we on? Official question. MSaw, thanks for showing up. Nice to see you. McDonald's, actually Sonic. I think I forgot to say Sonic. Sonic fries are really good, and they actually get better as they get colder. McDonald's are excellent and would be top tier if they didn't get so like stale and shoelacy when they got cold. So it's not like pizza where like you can be gaming all night and then just eat pizza the next morning and it's good cold. You know what I mean? Like you can't really eat them unless they're warm. I think that's the only downfall for McDonald's fries. And half the time they put too much salt on it, but that's not the fries' fault. But I would rate it Arby's obviously top one, and then Sonic, and then Burger King, and then McDonald's. Let's get that out of here. All right, now we're gone. Okay, official question, what Bluetooth version are we on? I believe we're on Bluetooth 7 or 7.1. You will have to tell me if I'm wrong. When was Stadia debuted? Stadia was debuted in... Let me think. I'm pretty sure it was 2019. I'm just processing what month it would have been, because I did not have the money for a Premier edition or Founders edition or whatever, which I was really upset at. But 5.2, I thought we were past 5.2 by now. Because 5.2 brought quick pair. I don't think I need these actually. 5.2 brought quick pair, I thought, because my Pixelbook Go doesn't have it. Doesn't have quick pair. Actually, yeah, 5.2. You guys are right. Wow. New core specifications for 5.3. Apparently 5.3 is coming soon. Yeah, you guys are right. I don't see anything above 5.3. Is Bluetooth 5.3 available? All 4 new iPhone 14 models and second generation AirPods Pro include Bluetooth 5.3. According to Apple's tech specs of each devices, but the status of LE audio, I'm not sure what that means. Support for the devices remains unclear. Okay, yeah, you guys are right. Good job. What's up, Learn with, is it Sufyan? Did I say that right? Thanks for being here. I love you guys in India. You guys actually, I checked today, and a full third of everybody who watches on my channel is from India. And I'm super, super excited for Pixel to come to India, because I think that's the start of the revolution. I really think that's going to be what Steve Jobs and the iPhone did in his black collar, his collar shirt in 2007, I think is what is going to happen when India gets full access to Pixels. I think it's just going to take over, and then it's going to bleed over on, obviously not in the United States, but the other side of the world, which I think is really cool. Yeah, 5.3, definitely not 7. Yeah, you're correct. I thought we were on 5. So, okay, this was my thinking. We were on 5.1 when I worked at Best Buy 2 years ago. So doing the math, I figured we were around 7 at this point, but that's clearly not not the case. So let's do another one, and then we'll get to the Stadia question. That looks like a shot. Cheers, boys. Ooh. It burns, but it tastes good. Tech Boy is Kai OS. It's not color. It's not color OS. I'm actually not sure what Kai OS is. I've heard the term, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Stadia would have been. Let me think. Oh, feet. Oh, yeah. For like flip phones. Okay. 100% not then. No. KaiOS, I know what you're talking about now, is on the flip phones we sell at AT&T. It's very unintuitive. It doesn't even say notifications in the bottom left. It says notices, and no one knows what it's talking about. It does have Google Assistant and like YouTube and Google Maps, which is cool. But for the person who's buying that flip phone, no one knows how to use it, and that it just creates more problems. They also can't accept Bluetooth transfer contacts from one flip phone to the other as a batch unit. You have to do them one by one and then open each one of them individually one by one. That's the only way to get them copied. So if someone's got like 300 contacts, usually we just can't do it, which is unfortunate because opening a batch file of contact files is not a big deal. So I don't know why they didn't program that. Let me think. Okay, so I'm going to do some math. I used to have my own store, and technically I do still have the website. I just don't have any phones listed. It's electronics.etc.store, so electronicsetc.store. I would like refurbish and like check the blacklist and the unlock process and stuff on phones and sell them to people who didn't want to pay full price. I did have my Stadia controller by then, and that was early 2020. So Stadia would have released in, I believe. Do you need me to get the exact month? Because it would have been mid to late 2019. I don't remember exactly. And you're also talking about released, right? Not like announced. Because announced would have been like March. Released, I actually don't remember off the top of my head when it first went live. I wonder how to hack. What pen test? What does that mean? Let me check. So my official answer will be March of 2019 because I believe that's when it was announced. And actually, let me go back. Were you November 2019? Nice. So that's when it was actually announced to the public, correct? Not like just announced and they did like the whole demo on stage between like a computer and a phone and a TV and they switched the controllers, because that was cool. Fuchsia OS exists. Chris, do you have a what do you call it? A Nest Hub? Like the little one without the camera? Because actually the big one runs on it too now, but that one's running on Fuchsia OS and it's very smooth. And for the processor that has, it's very snappy. So I will take a shot for the Stadia question. Good job. I knew roundabout, but I didn't remember exactly when it was. I don't remember a lot from 2019, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of the time before time. Was it really called Project Stream? I didn't know about that. I liked Pixel at the time, but I wasn't like a full, I worked at Applebee's at the time. So I wasn't really like, I wasn't balling. I didn't have enough money to like buy cool stuff. I just kind of like wished I did. So I had a Pixel with Verizon, but that's kind of all I had at the time. So I actually didn't even know that Project Stream was the thing. Fuchsia, I think, is going to be not a game changer, but like a wild card, because Fuchsia runs multi-directional, so it's not like iOS where it's left and right, and it's not even like Android where it's left, right, and then sometimes up and down. It's literally it's multi-directional. Everything you do can come from one or more of those things, and they're all equally as helpful. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool, actually. It's a good idea. Okay, one for the Stadia stream. Man, I used to do Stadia streams all the time, and I'm very upset that they're going to be shutting down, because I played Doom on there. I love Doom. Doom is easily my favorite game, but I also grew up playing Doom. So Doom, Minecraft, Last of Us. I have never played God of War, but I want to. And then I've been playing Dusk recently, which is really fun. Mitchell, I actually did open a Nexus. Oh, I thought you meant like opened like brand new, like out of the box. But I do own a Nexus. It's also in my storage unit, so unfortunately I don't have it here. But I found a Nexus 5X, the white one, complete with box, and like the guy kept the plastic wrapper and then put the plastic wrapper back on the phone and put it in the box to sell it to me for $80, which was super cool. So I actually have a complete set Nexus 5X. I mean, it's used, like you can tell. It's got some like use damage and scratches and stuff, but it's got complete booklets, complete SIM pin, complete everything that came with it, including the original cord, is in there, which is awesome. That's kind of one of my like collector's items, along with my Pixel XLs, which I also have the boxes for. Yes. Wait, Paul, what year were you born? I gotta know, because Doom was legendary at the time. Like, we wouldn't have Call of Duty, we wouldn't have Last of Us, we wouldn't have Apex, we wouldn't have any of these games without Doom. 67. So I was 91. So I almost missed Doom, but I did grow up playing it. Because my family was lucky enough to have a computer. We never had a Mac, which was the fancy computer at the time, but we did have one. And it was like Windows whatever 97 with the leopard on it, like on the main screen. Oh, nice, Mitchell. We're the same age then. You're probably older than me, because I was born in December, so I was near the end of the year. But yeah, Doom. I might actually make a Doom video, because I love Doom. I love what it did for the gaming industry, and I love, like, rebooting or creating an industry is rare enough as it is, but to do it twice with 2016 and Doom Eternal, and again reinvent the whole, like, what do you call it, like the whole industry, kind of like there are games now taking cues from Doom Eternal, and they have the fun zone thing of how they kind of lock you into this play style. They make you work for it, but it feels good, that kind of thing. Quake, I never got into Quake, but I did play a lot of Halo back in the day, like around the time Quake would have been released, I think, because that was like early 2000s, right? Yeah, id Software is brilliant. Hang on, let me do this for the Stadia thing. Oh, that's 3. So either chat questions or $10 donations. That's one of those. You know, just trying to raise a little money. Chris, yeah, it's just for the hub right now. Knowing how Google rolls things out, it's probably because they're beta testing it, but like officially on a device. You know what I mean? I think that's what's happening. I think that's actually what they were doing with Soli as well, with the 4XL. I don't think it was really supposed to make that device. It wasn't supposed to like get huge with that device. They just wanted the user data from it. That's my thought. But yeah, Mitchell, like Halo LAN parties, Modern Warfare, World at War LAN parties. We would even play like Wii bowling and like Mario Kart, but we actually had like a GameCube because objectively Double Dash, the GameCube version of Mario Kart, is easily the best version, and you can fight me on that. Oh, thanks, Mitchell. Yeah, I do. I actually, so knowing now, probably makes more sense because I had a store. But I did have my own store, and I built my own website, and my own logos, and my own everything. I did everything on my own. And then I was like, I need photos of these phones. Like, I can't find stock photos the way I want it. I want it to look good. I want you to be able to. I want you to want to reach through the screen and take it. You know what I mean? So I started doing my own product photography, and I do a lot of that on Instagram because I'm a nerd. See, Dreamcast, I never had a Dreamcast, actually. As a kid, I wasn't allowed to play video games or watch Harry Potter, unfortunately, but I've obviously since done both. Stefan, I hope they bring back Soli as well. So imagine Project Soli coming back under... Where's my phone? Like, under the display instead of the camera. So we have in display cameras right now, and they're still kind of working out the kinks on that. But imagine Soli, which doesn't need a visual; it just needs it's sonar, so it doesn't need to see; it just needs to sense you. So doing that behind the screen should be possible. I hope they did that. That would be really cool to be able to have full Face ID, like with the dot projector and the RFID or whatever, and just the hole punch camera would be. That would be really cool. With dial-up connection. That sounds really fun for you. Dial-up connection was no joke, man. I mean, I used to try and play or just do like Yahoo Messenger and AIM Messenger on dial-up, and that was bad on its own. Tech Boy, that would be a loss for Apple. And I think, okay, so this has been my theory for like 2 years. Let me know if you guys agree with this. You know how you go into like a Best Buy and the person's like, do you want to buy Microsoft 360? And it like feels antiquated. I don't know if that's how you guys feel or not. That's how I feel. If I go in, someone's like, do you want to spend $130 on like Microsoft 360 with your new Microsoft computer? And I'm like, what year is this? That, I think... at 5 to 10 years, when someone's like, I want the new iPhone, that's what it's going to feel like. I think that's what it's going to do, is like that. Well, that's the millennial phone. And by then, I mean, millennials are getting older anyway, but by then they'll be the old people. You know what I mean? They'll be like 40-ish years old. I mean, TikTok sees anybody older than 22 as old. So, you know, I think that's how it's going to shift, especially because so many kids are coming up with Chromebooks in school and Minecraft for education on Chromebooks and cloud-based everything and Google Docs and Google Jamboard and all that stuff. I think eventually the key to entry with Google is going to be the Pixel Watch and it's going to be Chromebooks, I think. I think Google's playing the long game. I think that's why they weren't too concerned about getting the Pixel right the first time, because it just didn't need to. They just needed to get the name out. I think that's my opinion anyway. All right. Any more tech questions? I've been stumped by at least 2 because I didn't know when Stadia released exactly, and I didn't know. What was the other one? It wasn't... Oh, it was the Bluetooth one. I didn't know the Bluetooth one. In the meantime, where's the best place to get breadsticks? I'm going to go Olive Garden and possibly Long John Silver's if you consider those cheddar biscuits as breadsticks. Because I think most of this is U.S. audience right now, because it's like 5 a.m. in India and like 2 a.m. in the UK. So it's probably mostly U.S. Yeah, Olive Garden breadsticks. That's one of the only things I will spend like $7 on breadsticks is from Olive Garden. Their soup isn't that good anymore. It's kind of bland. The I mean, honestly, this is better than the last pasta I had there. Their breadsticks with the garlic butter on it, amazing. Okay, so Tech Boy says, how much money did Jeff Bezos invest to found Amazon? I don't know if I'd consider that exactly a tech question, which is okay. But I don't. I'm not going to hate myself if I don't know the answer to this. I'm going to say, I think it was $1 million. It was either 100,000 or $1 million, because I know he got a loan and he went to investors and he worked really hard to get it, and it paid off. Because his idea was to undersell. Was it really 10K? That's way less than I would have expected. It was a small loan of $1 million. I thought it was kind of one of those things. But I mean, Jeff Bezos, he was like, he's kind of seen as like the Lex Luthor of the tech community right now. If Elon Musk was Iron Man, he would be Lex Luthor. Doesn't help that he's bald, and so is Lex Luthor. But I thought it was either 100K or $1 million. Because yeah, exactly. It started as a bookseller, and I bought all kinds because I was homeschooled as well. So I would buy books from there like occasionally when I could, and they were all super cheap. That's why we all went there, because it was underselling everybody else, and they were selling at a loss to invest in 10 years down the road when everyone was hooked on Amazon and they could get them with services, which is kind of brilliant, honestly. Oh, nice. Do you like being homeschooled, Tech Boy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a homeschooler. Well, okay, I was homeschooled. I was not a homeschooler. Two different things. Homeschoolers have the little, polo that's tucked into their pants, and they have a watch that's too tight, and a homeschooled person is somebody who went to school and was well adjusted, but they went to school at home. I like to think that's what I was, but who knows? You guys tell me. I unfortunately did use Abeka, and I also used Saxon Math, which was hard AF. So I only got through Algebra 2, I think, but I completed all my credits I needed for high school. But I don't feel too bad because Saxon Math is ridiculously hard compared to some of the competitors. But yeah, Abeka, I would use Abeka almost everything else. And then there was a while where my mom liked something called the Robinson curriculum, where you mostly read, but you get all of your history and your science and all that stuff from the reading. Kind of an interesting idea, a little bit, a little bit unique, but I think I turned out okay. So I did listen to some Adventures in Odyssey. I also watched Bible Man, and I also watched VeggieTales a lot. Yeah, that was me. See you later, Chris. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Nice seeing you again. Yeah, Tech Boy knows what I'm talking about. He knows that life. Yeah, I grew up definitely in a very, very different culture than I grow up now. Very almost Mennonite Ohio is where I grew up. So I definitely came from a very different perspective than I am now. But I'm glad that I've moved beyond there to something else, because the stuff that I like to do, which is what I've liked to do since I was 12, I was writing scripts at 12, 13 years old. So, shooting videos on my little Canon or my Nikon or Kodak. That's the one with the K, Kodak. With my little Kodak camera. But technology, video, movies, editing, all that stuff is completely on the opposite spectrum of homeschooling, conservative or conservative United States. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was all good. Obviously it ended up well, but yeah, I came from definitely a different place. Actually, my favorite book growing up. Tech Boy, what is your favorite book? Oh, what's up? Flaming. Is it Flaming Mo? Thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck on your exam. I'm having some of those start up pretty soon as well. Oh yeah, they're fine with it. I mean, it's not so. When I say Mennonite, I don't mean like we were Amish. Like that's not what I mean. But like the area I lived in, people actually go to visit there on vacation to see like Mennonite and Amish culture. Like if you drove 5 minutes away from my house, you'd see like the old fashioned like one house school building, and then if you drove the other 5 minutes, there'd be a Walmart. So it was a very interesting place. But yeah, they're cool with it. I mean, they're not into tech. Me and my brother are into tech, but the rest of them are into like either theater or acting or stuff like that. Pretty much everybody's actually in some sort of space at this point, which is kind of cool. When was the iPod released? That's a good one. The first iPod? Like we're talking the one with the buttons instead of the scroll wheel? I don't Okay, I might be dumb for this, but I feel like it's not 2001. Is that really It feels like the momentum Apple would have needed to go from iPod to iPhone in 2007 is more than it would be in 5 years. Is it really 2001? Wow. See, I never had the original iPod though. I had the iPod Nano and I had the one with the camera on it, and I was thrilled to have such a good camera with such good audio on such a small device because I could make like vlogs and podcasts and stuff, which I did, which are on their, they're not on YouTube anymore, but I mean, Paul, kind of me too. I'm not gonna lie. Like if something like I have parents that are coming in to get their kids their first iPhone and they're getting their hand me down, which is an 11, and I'm like, yeah, when I was in college, Verizon finally got the iPhone 4, and I was really excited to finally buy it because I had Verizon service. That makes me feel really old. Shuffle is really good. I actually never had that one, but my favorite again was the Nano, like the square one. So there was the square one, and then there was like the tall one. The tall one was my favorite because it had a camera, but the square one is the classic, where you could like play those little games and stuff. An AIO. Hang on. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, Adventures in Odyssey. You're listening to both at the same time. I mean, Eugene, man. Don't even get me started. Actually, super niche thing that I loved as a kid because I'm a science nerd at heart, the Magic School Bus. I would watch the Magic School Bus all day as a kid if I could. My mom's only iPhone was a 4. She needed that micro SD. I mean, yeah, it was definitely. I mean, it was only like 10, 15 years ago at this point, but I mean, it was a completely different time. And I mean, I've got like some LG chocolates sitting around. I've got some. What's the one where it like flipped all the way open flat, but it also would like you could text like this? That LG one. I've got some razors sitting around. Like I've got some cool stuff. Mitchell, yeah, I mean, I just turned 30 last year too, and I don't always feel old, but sometimes they'll be like, "Yeah, when I was in middle school, I was listening to Owl City," and I was like, "That was my first year of college." You know what I mean? Tech Boy, you want like an original Razer, like to keep around, or you want like the new one that just came out? Because I want the new one too. I want the bigger screen on the outside. I tried the original one and it wasn't that good, but it was the 2019 version that they like the screen like cracked and stuff as you closed it. It wasn't very good. Yeah, the original definitely is a piece of history, and believe it or not, it has a mini USB charger, not micro USB, not USB C, has a mini USB charger, like those old GPS units from Garmin. I can barely even keep it charged anymore because I don't even think I don't even know if I have one of those cords. Do I still have that phone here? I do, yeah. Unfortunately, it's pink, not the black one. I love the black one. But you were the coolest boy in school if you had this. So cool. You had the up-down volume. You had the removable battery, and you could get like another one that was kind of protrudes a little bit, so you'd have like longer battery life. And then, actually, hang on, what is this one? This one must be the camera then, because that's actually up-down volume and power, I think. I actually don't even remember. I'm not gonna lie. Oh hey, what's up, Kingdom Within? Thanks, man. That helps me out. Shot for you, sir. This is all for you. Actually, I think that was too much, but it's whatever at this point. That's like a shot and a half, so you're welcome, Kingdom. Oh, yeah, that was definitely more of the shot. Thank you, though, sir. I appreciate it. I love seeing everybody back. It's nice hanging out with everyone. Kingdom, you missed the conversation about French fries and breadsticks. We were talking about who has the best breadsticks and who has the best fries. Obviously, Arby's is S tier, so besides Arby's. That's true. Thank you, Kingdom. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button because that helps me out and tells YouTube you're enjoying what we're doing. But do I really want YouTube to see that I'm drinking on stream? I don't know if you can even do that. I'm gonna get demonetized. Tech Boy, just don't tell them that you're under 18. Then we'll be fine. And then this is the one I had in the video, so I'm sure all of you have seen this already. And unfortunately, the one I use is the one with a crack in it on the bottom, but my 4S. This still, I think this is still peak iPhone. I love this phone so much. It was a great size. I mean, it was small. I mean, obviously, I got really big hands. Oh, Flossie used to drink on stream? I didn't know that, actually. Because I know some people do, but it depends on what, like Gigi does, too. Mr. Gigi. He makes drinking videos all the time, and they're hilarious. But, that's kind of his content, too. See? Still running iOS 6. Actually, hang on so you can hear it. Such a classy phone. I miss iOS 6. That's honestly, my love for Apple died when iOS 6 died. Because iOS 6 was equal parts efficient, professional, and very satisfying to use. And I feel like they gave that up to be more trendy. And they went to like the white iOS 7 style, and they have never broken from that since. So. Oh, he doesn't anymore. Sad day, man. Maybe I can. Maybe if I ever talk to him at some point, I can convince him. I'll call him out. Be like, hey, we're having a drinking stream. You want to join, Flossie? No, Flossie's way cooler than me. I did realize there are like 3 or 4 other creators in the same state as me, though, like within a couple hours of each other. So we might do a collab. That would be really fun. Oh, did you use to mod for him? That's awesome. Yeah, Flossie's a cool guy. Stefan, what are your thoughts on mobile phones eventually doing rollable screens instead of foldable? I think it makes more sense. I don't have to worry about the crease. So actually, this is going to probably be an unpopular opinion or a hot take, but I like the crease. I think it's actually like a status symbol, kind of. Like, not in a pretentious way, but in a way that, like, does your phone have a crease? Oh, it doesn't even fold. You know what I mean? Like, I think it looks cool. I think it looks satisfying. So I don't mind the crease, if I'm totally honest. And the Razors don't even have a crease. It's just the Galaxies at this point. I will consider that, Kingdom. Thank you. Thank you very much. I do have one mod already, and it's Life of Tiger, and he does awesome gaming content. He's not really in the tech space. But I'm trying to get him to do like an interview or like a podcast with me because he's an all Apple boy and I'm an all Google boy. So I'm trying to do like a little interesting debate back and forth. But we haven't set anything up yet. But I will let you know for sure. Actually, let me do this because I have an awesome new... I'm going to run an ad really quick. And I'm also going to pin one of these because I'm really proud of this shirt. I think it's super fun and I'm actually wearing it right now. The Triangles logo. And they're like $30. Oh, I will at some point. You know I'm going to grow. Thank you, Kingdom. Oh, see you, Tech Boy. Thanks for being here. I will email you back, I promise. I promise I'm not ignoring you. It's just I've been ridiculously busy at work, and I haven't reviewed, or I haven't replied to a lot of people at this point. It's coincidentally, he was talking about being a mod, and then we had this come in. I see you. I see you. I think Kingdom sent that 69 Girls XYZ. I think I'm gonna do, because they're okay. So like the shirts and stuff are a little more expensive than I would have liked, but Bonfire makes it super like ridiculously easy, and it's very professional, which I also really like. So I may do like a 10 or 20% off or something soon. To summarize the live. Oh hey, you did message me. Yes. Oh, this is their vodka, isn't it? I forgot they made Curly Fries vodka. I thought it was the most random thing at first, and then I realized that vodka and Curly Fries are both made of potatoes, and that was the joke, and that was hilarious. Thank you, Mitchell. I will share that on Twitter afterwards and be like, out of context photos from the chat. MSAW, I would be hesitant, and actually I would rather go the other direction and have like the regular Pixel be like the 6A size, and then the Ultra become the Pro right now. I would rather have an XL in between. So I would rather shift everything back just one, so the Pro can stay. But I would rather have the regular 7 be the 7XL, and then the 6A size be the 7. If that makes sense. And then this one can be the Pro, and they might have like the remember the pen that came with like the Pixel Slate, stuff like that. I think that would be really cool. Or maybe make like Google has been for years been working on like a modular phone, which I thought is what the camera was going to be. Because imagine if they took this camera bar and they made it modular. So not only like you may not be able to get all like the new software features if it doesn't have the newest processor. But imagine being able to take your 6 Pro to a Google store and being like, hey, I want the 7 Pro cameras, and they'll give you like the higher quality sensors for like $100 upgrade. Like just click. That would be super cool. And I thought that's where they were going with it. I'm hoping maybe that's still in the future. But That would be amazing. Yeah, modular bar camera. And think how that would destroy so much of the competition. It would kind of shoot themselves in the foot too, because then people wouldn't have a reason to upgrade to the 7 besides the processor. But it would definitely shake up the industry a lot. It would really rock the boat. MSAW, I do think the Pixel Fold is real though, for sure. And that I'm very excited for. Because I have never used a folding phone actually. I've seen, like, obviously I've seen one, and we have one at work and stuff like that, which I'm also shooting some footage of to compare with the Pixel 7 Pro. Think Pixel 7 Pro versus 14 Pro Max versus Galaxy Fold 4 video, which I think is going to be really cool. Kratom. Do it, man. Actually, I don't know. What is Kratom? I feel like I'm missing something. But yeah, anybody else have a tech question? Because I need to be stumped. I was already stumped a couple times, but I need to do it more. Also, can we talk about how much or how good the Pizza Hut Pizzones used to be? Pizzones were amazing, and they were one of my favorite foods. And then Pizza Hut took them away, and they have like melts now instead. It's some fancy version. Yeah, that's true. He says, I mean, they could still be a way to be compatible only with further phones regarding modular camera bar. Yeah, that's true. Like, imagine if... I mean, they're always going to do the A series, because actually, I think the A series is the headlining series for Pixel. Okay, think about this. If you went from an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and this may not be super relatable, because I know you guys are mostly Android. I used iPhone for years before Android. So imagine you go from an S22 Ultra or an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and then something happens in life where you just can't afford it, and you have to go to either the iPhone SE or like the A23 or whatever. If we're comparing Pixel 7 Pro versus Pixel 6a, S22 Ultra versus like A13, and iPhone 14 Pro Max versus SE, 100% I would still choose the 6a, because the haptics and the camera and the screen, even though it's 60 hertz, are pretty much the same as the flagship model. Like, as far as like the colors and the quality and the calibration and stuff, that's all very, very good. It's just the 60 hertz. What's up, Clemente? How's it going? Thanks for being here. You missed all our food conversations already. I'm sorry. We're doing a little game where you guys ask me questions, and ask me tech questions, and if I don't know the answer, I take a shot. Or if you donate $10, I will take a shot. Or if you are Kingdom Within, you donate $10, and then I take a shot and a half accidentally. Yeah, it's nice to see you. I love seeing all the repeat, people coming back. It's like we got a really, really cool little community. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this either, but have you seen the video where Google sent me a package? I'm not sure if you guys would have seen that, but isn't that cool? Google sent me a package a while back, just as like hey, you tweeted about the 6A, we want to, send you something, and it had a backpack and like some pens, and then around the same time I got these from the Google store, so it's pretty cool actually. Playing cards. But yeah, how's your day been, Clemente? See, I kind of wish these were different colors on the back, which would be like all the Google colors, which would be really cool. But on the front, it's different shapes and stuff to correspond with the different denominations, which is really cool. I don't know if you guys are into cards, but euchre, I can destroy you with some euchre. Possibly Texas Hold'em, but it's been a while since I've played it. Mitchell, I do have a Pixelbook. It's a Pixelbook Go. It is the black one, and it's possible I have the pink one on the way. May do a video or a photo shoot with that one and some video on that. I finally tracked one down, and it's actually the A7 or the i7. Sorry, too many A series talks. My day's pretty good. I was a little bit stressed coming home from work, so it's nice to. That's kind of why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a drinking stream because I kind of need some. But yeah, I made some sales today. We cleaned the whole store. We're like kind of getting stuff revamped and demo mode put on everything, kind of doing stuff like that. So it was a good day. It was a good day. Got a lot done anyway. It has a touchscreen actually. It doesn't fold all the way around, but it does have a touchscreen. Pixelbook Go, and it does have a touchscreen. I mean, it's trying to sign in for my phone now, but it does have a touchscreen. Let's see. So while I was mixing my kratom, I heard you ask what it was. It's an herb mix, ground down finely, and mix it with almond milk. Oh, interesting. I have never heard. Where do you live again, kratom? Or I almost called you kratom. Kingdom, kratom within. Yeah, it does have a touchscreen. It just doesn't work with the Pixelbook pen, which is sad because I love the design of the Pixelbook pen. The aluminum and stuff, really really cool. And then anything you give me with dark blue and black is spot on. Okay, nice. I think you told me that last time actually. Sorry about that. I couldn't remember. I had something I was going to say about where you were from. Wait. That's interesting though. I've never heard of that before. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Actually, here's a surprise poll. Which would you rather have as the first giveaway option? Wait, you can't take away yes and no? That's weird. Why can't you take away yes and no? I don't want yes and no to be there. Okay, I don't know why it wouldn't let me take away yes and no, so just ignore those and vote for whichever one you like. Again, don't vote for yes or no because that won't tell me anything about what I'm asking. I mean, I wouldn't actually be surprised because Asian countries, like even back in the day, like Asian countries literally invented gunpowder because they were trying to find the combination to make gold out of different metals, which is ridiculously smart in my opinion. I have a lot of respect for like the training and the dedication and like the samurai, and like I don't know a lot about it, but I have a lot of respect for some of those cultures. So I am not surprised that they are the ones that found it actually. United States demonizes everything though. If they can't make money from it, then they demonize it. That's just kind of how it is, unfortunately. When was the Google Cameos released? Official question. You're talking about the app, correct? Fitbit Sense. So the Fitbit Sense 2 just came out. It is the highest end Fitbit there is besides the brand new one that just released. I don't think it's charged, but this is the one. Actually, I think it still is charged. This thing stays charged for like 4.5 days. So either the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic or the Fitbit Sense as the first giveaway. Oh no, you're good. You're fine. It looks like most people are voting Galaxy Watch so far, which is fair. That's technically more expensive anyway. So, but I think I'm going to do that giveaway pretty soon. Because if I can like use the devices that I've gained or bought and sold, and like I mean I've got dozens of phones just sitting around not really doing anything at this point, and they're not all good ones. It's like some Pixel 2s and like some like Note 4s and stuff like that. But I got a bunch of them, so if I can share them with somebody, then I'd be happy to. And you guys are super chill. I want to thank you back for being awesome. Yeah, Galaxy Watch 4 is winning. Oh, you won my Pixel Watch and my Pixel 7 Pro. Yeah, I'll get that shipped out right away, for sure. Clemente's out here trying to scam me. I do need a mod, actually. Kingdom, do you wanna mod Clemente for me? Mitchell, that's actually a good point. I even contacted YouTube about this when they were like, we're working as hard as we can. And that was about it. So, unfortunately, I don't really have a way to like block every single one because it's a new account every time, even though it looks the same. So if you see that, please report it. I would be very thankful if you did that. I report as many as I possibly can, but I don't always see them, and I miss them sometimes because the way YouTube sends out notifications isn't like every time it happens. It like curates what it thinks you want to see, so I don't always see all of them. Barbosa. Arr. Wait, what's that line? Barbosa is such a cool character. Actually, I love Captain Barbosa. He's so cool. You don't know what this is, do ya? This is Aztec gold, one of 882 identical pieces made by Cortez himself. And find it we did. Spent it, frittered it away. I love that scene is one of my favorite movie scenes where he's intimidating Elizabeth on the ship, telling the story of how the gold got its curse. So cool. I love that movie. I mean, obviously. Yeah, we need more pirate movies. Cool. So Galaxy Watch 4 is winning the poll. Probably for the Watch 4 because it's like a $400 watch. I may need people to be signed up for at least like the $3 membership, depending on which one it is. But that's not for sure yet. I'm depending on I got to see what else I have to give away first, and just kind of weigh my options there. But possibly, this is the Jack Sparrow tattoo. I know it's upside down for you guys, but it's the one that. If you remember in the first movie, he's Norrington goes to shake Jack's hand and says, I believe, thanks for an order because he saved Elizabeth, and then grabs his hand and pulls his sleeve up, and he recognizes him by his tattoo, which is this, like the sparrow flying over the sunset. And that's how he recognizes that he's Jack Sparrow, because he's seen that insignia before, which is pretty cool. And Johnny Depp also has it tattooed, but he has it like on the outside of his arm. Oh, you have one already? That's actually very kind. That's very generous. Let's see, Kingdom. I'll be in your chat more since I decided to step away from creating YouTube content for a little bit. Why did you decide to step away? Oh, the cameos question. Yeah, I never answered that. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. I have no idea even when to ask, but I would guess probably somewhere around like 2011, 2013, because that's when the shutdown of Google Plus was, and I'm guessing that kind of came out of that. It feels like that anyway. I don't have no idea if that's right. Yeah, Tech Boy and Mitchell, Clemente's got your back. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, those I've actually always wondered about that, like the Dark History podcast, or like criminal investigations, like stuff like that. That takes so much effort and so much research. I have a lot of respect for those people, especially like what is it called? Explore with Us. Have you guys watched them? He has a really cool voice, and he narrates all these investigators and like criminal stories and stuff. It's really cool. 2017, really? Wow. Yeah, I have that one. I had no idea. I'm not gonna lie, because I actually get confused if Google Cameos and Cameo is the same thing or not. Because I don't think Cameos exists anymore, does it? Didn't they shut it down? Let me see. Yeah, because Cameo is made by Cameo, and then Cameos is by Google. So actually, Clemente, I do have one. I have a Discord. At first, it was just going to be for members, but that's dumb. There's no reason I should keep it like just between members. So it's for everybody. It's just that if you are a member on YouTube, you get like a special badge next to your name. Let me actually copy the link, because I haven't really shared this a whole lot of places yet. Again, been super distracted. And I haven't done it yet, but I am going to create a channel for like glamour shots, like phone glamour shots and like stock photos and stuff. If you are on one of the memberships, $5 and up, that I do have a curated Google Photos album, the best of the best pixel photos taken from like a pool of like 3,000 photos that I'm in I have another group. So there is a public one. You don't need to pay for it. Like, you don't have to pay for any of this stuff. But if you want the best of the best out of those 3,000, it comes with the $5 membership. I thought that was kind of a cool perk. I gotta set up my Streamlabs commands. But yeah, that's the Discord if anybody's interested. Can you within? That would be awesome, actually, because Tech Boy was talking about the same thing, and I'm not exactly sure what he's looking at yet, because he did email me about it, but it was a little vague, so I'm still kind of you know, we're going to talk about it and stuff and kind of see what he's looking at. But yeah, I mean, that would be super fun, I think. But yeah, cameos, I thought they shut down cameos for some reason. I may be wrong. Also, Google Pixel Watch right now, 52%. I have been wearing this since 9:50 this morning, and I have done a full factory reset and restore to my phone since then because I had something going wrong and I wanted to do it. 52% at the end of the day. So technically, if I went to sleep right now, I could make it through the night, and I would probably have about 25% left. So all this is going to come in the review too, and kind of, you know, get some positive energy out there for the Pixel Watch because I hear a lot of people complaining about it. But it's been really good so far. I've been happy with it. Yeah, I don't see Google cameos. Yeah, everybody's saying the battery's not great because they said it was a 24-hour battery, but they also didn't, as happens with every Pixel device, they don't really wait a couple days for the algorithm to pick up how you use it and to like fine tune the battery to your usage. So your first 4 or 5 days usually with any Google device is going to be pretty bad with battery until it picks up how you use it. So I'm not upset when it's not good for the first week because I know it's just, you know, doing its own thing. See, Clemente, I have not used the 5 Pro, but this one actually, like the Galaxy Watch, like it would have been the Series 4, but the Galaxy Watch or like the Series 3 Frontier, those had excellent battery lives. Like I would wear it all day long and then wear it to sleep and then work out the next day and wear it to sleep again, and I would still get like 3 or 4 days out of it. And this one I get probably like 2.5, which is the Watch 4, but it also is LTE. So Pixel 7 battery life has been the same. I can't say the same that I haven't charged it because I did charge it all day. I had to do a factory reset on this as well. And I charged it on the way home from work because I drive an hour. But if I don't charge it, I usually end the day with like 45%, right around there. And then for the full review, I'm going to do like the math. I'm going to take screenshots. I'm going to do all that other stuff too to be a little more precise. But it's been very, very good. And the other thing is, so I uploaded a reel, an Instagram reel, which also doubled to Facebook. And I was charging the battery. And I also was Snapchatting a friend all at the same time. And it warmed up like a little bit, like you'd feel it in my hand, but it didn't like burn through the battery. It didn't, none of that stuff. So it handles very well under pressure. The other thing was I was charging with a fast charger at work after I did the factory reset, and it was like restoring and downloading all the apps and doing all that stuff where it usually does overheat and burns through a bunch of battery. And if anything, while I was charging, it actually went up about 5-6% instead of staying at the same place. It did not get hot. It got like a little warm, but it didn't get hot. And then let me think, what else was I gonna say? While I was doing the restore. Oh yeah, while I was doing all like the downloads and stuff, it handled very well actually. Really? See, the Pixel 6 Pro I haven't really been using, and one of the downfalls of AT&T is that you can't flip-flop between Android and iPhone without screwing up, you know, your number. So actually I don't have service on this right now because I had it in my iPhone XS Max as my work phone, and I switched it back over, and I forgot that you can't do that without actually changing the IMEI in the system, which is definitely a flaw of the system, but Sprint was the same way. I have not noticed that with the Pixel 6 Pro, though. I'm sure I will, because either tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm going out to shoot B-roll for the video. and I'm going to like downtown in the city I'm at and seeing all the old buildings and taking pictures and stuff. And I'm going to compare the 6 Pro with the 7 Pro. Since I don't actually have an iPhone 14 or anything to compare it to, unfortunately, I wish I did, but so we'll see how the battery holds up. I'm going to do another one of these because I got the cameos question wrong. Cheers, mate. It's a larger cup. You can't really just throw it back. Okay, Galaxy Watch 4 1. So, like I was saying, I mean, this is a $430 watch. So for that one, I may need to have people... I may pick... What I mean is I may pick a winner from any membership level. I may do that, but I'll update on Twitter if that's what I choose to do. So actually, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I do a lot of like updates and stuff through there, just so I'm not clogging up your YouTube feed, because I feel like that's annoying. Whoops. But yeah, if you guys feel like it, follow me. I don't know. You probably already do already, if I'm being honest. Yes. Cheers, mate. How's the transition in the camera when zooming? Actually, so if you're going from ultra wide all the way to 30, then it has some like hitches and it has to like think and consider whether or not it's doing super res or the actual telephoto lens. But if you're doing like a normal zoom in, like you might with like, I say like an iPhone, I hate comparing that because I know like none of us are really into iPhones, but it's the only video reference I have with like that rounded zoom slider, if you know what I'm talking about, and it's optical. So it's not like it's like the Samsung digital one where it's like trying to figure out where you're going to stop and like it's going to be jittery and stuff. It's very, very good. Easily the best in the market, even on the XS Max. So it's closer to that. And I have actually not had much of a problem with it, unless I'm being over exaggerating and I'm trying to like if I see a plane and I'm like, oh, I got to capture that and immediately zoom in, then it's going to, shake around and stuff. But still on live? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I'm still on live. Yeah. Sorry, Chris. You and Kingdom both have the same green color for some reason, and I just saw green and the triangles, and I was like, "What? You were just here. What do you mean?" But yeah, we're still live. We're just hanging out. I probably won't stay a whole lot longer because I am exhausted, and I still have to eat my melt, which looks amazing, if I do say so myself. It's got the marinara sauce and everything. But if anybody has any last-minute tech questions or last-minute $10 donations for shots, then I mean, we're still game. What's up, Tina? Nice to see you again. Yeah, I'm eating that, and I'm eating pasta because I haven't eaten since breakfast, and I'm also doing shots for $10 donations or for tech questions that can stump me. And so far, it's been like 50-50. Yeah, you too. Thanks for being here. I love seeing repeat faces. Actually, question. Are you guys interested in like Minecraft and gaming and stuff, or are you mostly strictly just tech? Because like I sometimes will go and record Minecraft and stuff, and I'll go live while I'm recording it if that's something people are interested in, but I don't want to like have everybody come for tech and then get Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like that's not the same thing. So if not, then I'll just do it on my Dread Pirate Maki channel. This is actually a really fun stream. We might have to do this more often. Or you play Call of Duty Mobile? Are you good at it? Oh, thanks, man. Kingdom, you've donated so much. I appreciate it. You're very, very kind. You don't have to keep doing it. I promise. I love hanging out with you guys, though. It's super fun. See, I have a coworker who's like, I'm like the best. Like, I'm the best you'll ever play. And I think, I'm not sure if she's actually that good or if she's just really proud, which is fine, you know. But, I mean, Call of Duty Mobile, I feel like would be really difficult because, I mean, Minecraft Mobile is just the controls are wonky and blocky and stuff. And it's, Call of Duty is such fast paced movements that I feel like it might be difficult. Which Oh, I think I missed this one earlier. I'm sorry, MSaw. Tech question. Which phones can do 4K 60 frames per second 10-bit? 10-bit HDR? Controller, that's true. Actually, that's why I'm hanging on to all my Stadia controllers. Because I'm convinced they will be Bluetooth one day. And you still can plug a USB-C to your phone and use it with any Android app. Same thing with a Chromebook. Illuminati. Because I'm part of the Illuminati. No, it's just my logo. I just thought it was cool. For my old store that I used to sell phones at, electronics, etc. I used two triangles, but they were like flipped the other way around to signify like pyramids and like that kind of thing because I love ancient Egypt. And I just flipped it around and put it in a circle with neon for YouTube. But if you do buy a t-shirt, you are part of the Illuminati. Actually, it would be the that doesn't make sense. Illumimaki? Does that make sense? I don't know. Let me see. Let me answer that. If you mean 10-bit HDR, I think it's just the Pixel 7 Pro, or I mean Pixel 7 series. If anything, it would be probably the Galaxy S22 Ultra as well, because it shoots 8K. But I don't know that off the top of my head. So my final answer would be possibly the S22 Ultra, probably just the Pixel 7 series. Sturzonal, that's actually a pretty cool name. Thanks for being here. I am from Virginia, United States. About mid-state. Chris, I mean, yeah, we go off topic really quick. So, Sturzonal thought that my Triangles logo shirt was the Illuminati. So he's trying to get me banned. I don't know. Yeah, the wasabi color? You mean like the controller? I love my wasabi controller. So pretty. I'm honestly, this is my favorite controller I have ever used in my life. And I do have a PS5. That finally took long enough. Took 2 years to get one. Sturzonal, I appreciate you looking out for me from the Illuminati, though. The Illuminati is super sus. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I love the logo. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's really cool. And then the way it's like neon and stuff, like you can, like it looks like it would be the symbol on like the outside of like a bar at like like a downtown night or something. It's super cool. But I'm going to say MSAW. My official answer is the Pixel 7 series with a possible qualifier of the S22 Ultra or like a Chinese manufacturer like Huawei. Do it, man. My sweatshirt's actually on the way because I pay the same price that you're seeing there. So I wanted to test out the t-shirt and it's really nice. Fits really well. It's a little tad on the small side. but not too bad. I mean, once you wear it and like kind of stretch into it, you'll be fine. This logo is on the Mark Zuckerberg t-shirts. What do you mean? Thanks. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe actually. Because I mean, if you haven't noticed with the tattoo and then like the Lord of the Rings, like got the eye and the boat and all that stuff. I like that whole like simplistic and like runes kind of vibe. You know what I mean? See ya, Clemente. Thank you so much for being here. And actually, we talked about this earlier, but you may have missed it. So I'm going to do a post on it as well, just in case. But I am going to have a schedule soon. I promise. Because I had some like I had an annoying thing where like I made my own scheduled stream so I would remember to do it, but it was actually live and people waited for like an hour, and I feel super bad. But I'm gonna schedule it, so we're probably gonna do Monday is gonna be like the other side of the world, so like the UK and like India. Because if I stream at like 11 a.m. my time, it's like 6 p.m. their time, and it works great. But then I'll probably do a Wednesday stream just for members. So if you're like a $3 or a $5 or $10 member, then you get to be part of that one. And then we'll talk about like specific leaks, or I might share some like photos of phones I have early in stock, stuff like that. And then probably Friday or Saturday we'll do like a tech roundup and kind of talk about like tech drama from the week, or little stuff here and there like that, the Verge flips out over, and then we'll test it and actually see if it's worth flipping out over, stuff like that. So thanks, Terzonal. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Nice to see some new faces and some returning faces. MSaw's like, I don't even know the answer. I don't know the answer either. Let me Google it. Which phones? I mean, if any other phones are the same 10-bit HDR the Pixel is, I mean, I have been amazed. Actually, let me do that. Let me share. If anybody has not gone to Discord yet, I am going to share a photo I took today. Let me actually do... There's a piece of my coworker's car in it, and I don't want that there. I know a magic eraser is, thank you. Also magic eraser. Dope. All right, yeah, let me share the Discord link again. Let's see, which phones shoot in 10-bit HDR? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's the display type. Hang on. Does iPhone shoot 10-bit? 13 on both iOS and Android introduces the ability to shooting in 10-bit SDR. So that's not HDR. Which phones can shoot HDR videos? Wait, hang on. That's not 10-bit. 10-bit SDR capture. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys like. Actually, yeah. Let me copy Discord again. I don't know if you've seen the new random topic, but I don't know if you've seen the new controller that PlayStation's releasing. I'm super excited for that. I love the Xbox Elite controller, but I don't use Xbox, so I've never been able to buy one. But I love the PS5 controller that's coming out. I'm definitely stupidly going to drop $200 on it. Yes, please don't forget to like and share. I'm probably going to do one more ad here in just a second, just because that helps me out. And I appreciate all you guys. So you love new more code. I will. So the issue is I just don't have one right now. I am definitely going to do more coverage on the Pixel 7. I'm working on getting one. I don't have one yet, so I actually haven't even used it myself besides the demo unit at the store. MSAW, I can't find the exact answer, but I'm going to take a shot anyway because I want another shot. Cheers, my brothers. Oh, how much have we even drank? It's actually dangerous because it's all plastic, so you can't even. I can't even tell how much I've drank, which is probably dangerous. But yeah, anybody interested in seeing some of the photos in the HDR and some of that taken on directly on the Pixel 7, I do have Nitro, so it's not even like compressed. It's nothing like that. It's uploaded at full capacity. And then if you want the special wallpapers album, don't forget to like become a member at $5. Actually, maybe the $3. I can't remember. But I know at least $5 and up has access to the special like pixel only wallpapers Google Photos album, which is super cool. Like they're actually, I'll just show you on screen because this is the photo I took today. I don't know if you can tell how the colors and stuff came out, but look how the sky isn't blown out at all. It's all kind of that blue and it fades down into the clouds. Looks really good. Nice. Thanks, Kingdom. And then there's that photo. Yeah, photo shared. Let me see if I missed anything. Clemente, I appreciate you guys waiting. You and Tech Boy and Mitchell, I think we're all waiting. I'm so sorry. I had no idea that was even public. Because YouTube doesn't tell me if there are people waiting. It just like sits there. So I made that on purpose for my reference. Because like how YouTube does it is you create the stream. So you put in like the title and the thumbnail and the tags and all that stuff, and you put it on a playlist, and then you post it, but it's still private, and then it gives you a stream key, and you put that into OBS, so it streams directly to YouTube. Apparently, instead of making it private, I made it public as like a waiting, like a streaming and at 9 p.m. or whatever, and I didn't know that, so I apologize. I'm gonna have an official like schedule here pretty soon. See, Elite 2 looks cool though, with like the Stormtrooper thing, like the black and the white. I love and I just can't bring myself to spending $130 on a controller that I won't use because I use a keyboard and all I play is Minecraft and Dusk on my PC. The rest of it is I play on PS5. Yeah, the dynamic range has been amazing so far, and then the color and the clarity has been definitely a high point as well. So, but yeah, I'm gonna run one more ad. If anybody has any last minute questions, last minute shots, let me know. If anybody was planning like like let's all gang together and make him do 5 at once, this is the time. But yeah, let's do one more ad. Ooh, nice. Ooh, okay. That looks really good. I like that you can tell that the branches have color. It's not just like black. You know what I mean? It's not black versus the sky. You can actually tell the branches have some color. And then you have some of the reds and the blues from the sun too. Like the rays. That's really cool. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm glad you guys are interested in joining. With the latest version of Fire OS, I might have to call a lifeline for that one. If Fire OS was on a phone, I would know that. I would 100% know that if it was on a phone. I'm not gonna lie, I have not even touched a Fire tablet since I worked at Best Buy like 2 years ago. When I would sell them here and there, but it was mostly for kids. Yeah, Kingdom, I agree. Pixel had a little struggle between the 4XL and the 6, but I think they're taking back their place as king. I think they're, what do they say in Game of Thrones? Like they're gonna claim the Iron Throne or whatever. I'm gonna say latest version of iOS is either 8 or 11. Final answer. I don't know why. I know it's based on Android, but I don't know what all like the numbers and stuff are. What was the last LG phone released? The LG Wing. I do know that one. And my manager actually has an LG Wing. It's super, super cool. It's pretty impractical, which is why I think it didn't do too well. But as a concept, I think LG was one of the most innovative companies out there. Oh, was it the Velvet? I thought the Wing came out later. Tina, I agree. I kind of unfortunately never really got into LG phones until I moved to Sprint. And I didn't have good enough credit to get an iPhone. So he was like, how about that LG G3? And that was my first introduction to Android, which I didn't love. Like, it wasn't anything to, call home about, but it was definitely a different experience. And I definitely took advantage of the customization with like a custom like raining thunderstorm wallpaper and like energy bar that like showed you your battery. Super cool. Yeah, LG and Sprint work together a lot actually. And I've got a couple LG G8s sitting around, which I might do as a giveaway, but I don't know if anybody's actually interested in that because they're kind of old at this point. My first official Android phone was the LG G3. The first one I actually use as like my daily device and loved and enjoyed was the Pixel XL in white specifically. Which is one of the reasons I'm such a big advocate for them now, because they took, coincidentally, these two things didn't have anything to do with each other, but a G1 Dream, actually, hang on, let me look that up. I don't recognize that. Oh, so you mean like flip phones and stuff, or like texting phones and stuff too. So actually, I did have. So technically, I guess it would have been the Samsung Glide. They're only like $9 now. Oh, this is a replica. That's dumb. So technically, I actually don't even know if this runs on Android. This is a dummy, so it doesn't say. I can't even send it because the link's too long. Hang on. Samsung Mobile, Samsung Glide first look. So I have not watched this video. I don't know how the video is, but it was posted by Samsung US. Has 130 likes on May 12th, 2008 with 44,000 views. I loved this phone. The Samsung Glide, I had it for probably 4 or 5 years. Mitchell, I do remember the Galaxy Nexus. I did not have one when it was out, but I do have one now, actually, sitting back in the closet. The battery doesn't stay charged very long, but it has all the app updates. It's got the most current Google Play. It's got the most current messages, I think, and then Meet and all that stuff. Everything's loaded on it. It's pretty cool. Oh, I agree, Kingdom. The Pixel 7, 6 and 7 series is absolutely smoothest smartphones I've ever used, hands down. I 100% agree. Especially when you get that super cool soft touch plastic on the back, which I'm love. I've never really been one for spec cases, but I love this one. Yeah, Tina, that's definitely a blast from the past. We were talking about. Were you here when we were talking about the Razor? I can't remember if you were here or not, but yeah, old phones are so much fun. Yeah, that's what I mean. Michael Fisher does that whole bit, the when phones were fun thing. This is a spec case. I don't know if you even know if you can see it. But yeah, it's a spec case. It's like a soft touch matte plastic. Spidgen is really good too. I had one for my 6 Pro and I used it almost every day. Oh, Tina, that was the first one from Google? Interesting. So that was like a precursor to Nexus? The Envy was. Oh, that's the one I have. Yeah, yeah. You're talking about the one with like the buttons are on the outside and then you flip it up, out, right? And then you can text and then you can close it like that. Is that the one you're talking about? Because that one was cool. I do have two of those actually. I have a black one and a red one. Because I used to, when I worked at Verizon, especially back in Ohio when I used to work there was a lot of like, I don't know what it is. People would just save everything. And everyone had at least like 6 phones sitting around in their house. So I'd be like, hey, I'll recycle them for you. Like, it's fine. Like, you just bring them in the bag and I'll recycle them. And then I'd get cool stuff like this that's still running iOS 6 because it was never updated, or the Razor and like stuff like that. And like, I mean, we're just going to throw them away anyway. So I kind of, added them to my collection with permissions, obviously, and all that stuff. But I have the black one and the red one. Yeah, the trackball was kind of pointless. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Even in a BlackBerry, it was the buttons and stuff were too small because I mean, for my fingers like both my thumbs cover almost the whole the whole keyboard. So I was never really into BlackBerry, but I also was kind of too young for a BlackBerry when it came out. Let's see, yeah, more or less, but it was a good phone. Oh, nice, in the green color. I actually didn't know they made one in green, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the V series, I do have a cracked V30 sitting around and I can't get it to turn on and I'm very upset at it. I don't know if the battery's bad or if it's the digitizer, but I don't have the money to throw at it and try, you know what I mean? Yeah, actually HTC and Motorola have worked so closely with Google for years to the point where if I have a customer, this literally happened today, who had an LG Edge, or sorry, Motorola Edge, like the newer one, and he was like, "Well, I know Motorola doesn't really make these phones anymore, and you guys don't carry them." And I was like, "Well, the closest you're probably going to get is Pixel." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's for sure. I'm going to do the 7 Pro." So like Motorola people know about Pixel because it's the second best to their favorite. You know what I mean? To Motorola, which doesn't really do a whole lot anymore. But I think that's interesting. Tina, I appreciate it, but I am 30. So I am not. HTC One M7. I remember the HTC One. And I also remember was it like the LG Bend or something like that? Do you remember the curved phone? And they made it look like it like actually folds, but it didn't fold. It was just curved into like a C shape. I do remember that one actually. Yeah, I do remember that phone. That was a good one. Out of all the Android versions that I would have disliked at the time, being an Apple person, that's one of them I would have considered getting. What's up, TG? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you hanging out. The Moto X, oh, that's a good one. The OG Moto X, the X4, I think peak design for Moto was the X4. And then let's look up the Moto X2 because I don't remember off the top of my head what that one looked like. Oh, yeah. I had a friend who had this at Best Buy when I worked there. It's actually one of the ways that I got more introduced to Pixel because I liked Pixel at the time and I was excited to like sell them. But I had excuse me, I had just moved over from iPhone like not even a year ago. And I'm talking like I had a 15-inch MacBook Pro for film school and I had an Apple Watch and everything was iCloud and my computer unlocked with my watch and like I was very deep into the ecosystem. And I was bored with the phone, so I was like, what else is there? I went into Best Buy. I was like, can you just like show me what else there is? I don't really like Samsung, but I'm bored with iPhone too. I don't know what else to go. And he was like, let me show you this. And he showed me the Pixel XL, and that's the one I got. And then coincidentally, unrelated, but I had to sell the computer because of some life stuff that was going on, and I replaced it with the cheapest thing I could find, which was, guess what? A Chromebook. And I was like, this works with the cloud. It was $90. I love the design of it. It's super clean. And I literally just saved myself $2,000 on this computer. And because most of my editing and stuff I did at the school anyway. So I was like, this is all the same stuff. But yeah, the OG Moto X, my friend Brian at Best Buy had one of those. And I was like, what do you think of that? Because I thought it was like the $80 like prepaid one at the time because he was like in between phones, and he was like, it's actually a really good phone for the price. And he like let me play around with it, and like the haptics were actually pretty good for the $80 phone, whatever. So yeah, I do remember that one. That was a good phone. The healing screen and the healing body, I do remember that. Yeah, that was super cool technology, and I wish they had continued that. Like imagine if like the Pixel 5, or like instead of being matte finished glass, it's like glass so it can be wireless charging but covered in healing like resin. That would be super cool. Oh, the Flex, that's what it was. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah, it was the LG Flex. That's what it was. But as far as Moto goes, I got to show you this because I love this phone, and I had it in black and silver at some point. The Moto X4. I loved that phone, and it had amazing haptics for being like a $180 phone. I think that was peak Motorola in my opinion, at least for smartphones. You just shared your old V10. Let's see. TG says, "Gotta love Apple, but it's boring now. The home screen has been the same as 2000." I was actually just thinking about that. Like, if you compare iOS 7 versus iOS 16, besides the widgets, which is just large apps, it's not even like fun widgets. You know what I mean? I mean, what's it, like 10% different maybe? Like, it's not even that like I hate Apple necessarily because they make great phones, and I've got a bunch of 4s, and I've got the 10s Max that I use with my work phone and stuff. So like, I don't despise them. I also have an Apple Watch, but they're just so boring. Like, why would you choose a grid when you could choose like widgets? You know what I mean? Like, that's so cool. And you can like, do your own thing. You got like books and TV. Like, it's so cool. You know what I mean? It's just so much fun. And I feel like Apple is missing out on that part because they're super focused on just making sure everyone's holding an iPhone and being mass produced. You know what I mean? And that is not at all what Steve Jobs was about. Steve Jobs was about design and the attraction between a device and a human, which is a little strange to explain it that way. But he was like, why would you want to use this if you hate the way it looks? You have to be attracted to it. You have to, like, there has to be a two-way street here, which was brilliant for being, 2001 or 1998 or whatever year it was. So definitely, I mean, obviously Steve Jobs is revolutionary. We all know that already. But, I mean, if any of you are readers, or if you have like Google Books credit or Audible or anything, listen to Steve Jobs' autobiography by I think it's Isaac Stevenson or something like that. Let me actually look it up. I don't want to get his name wrong. Walter Isaacson. That's it. Walter Isaacson. This one, great book. Really good book. And it's like $20. It's clean, right, Mitchell? Yeah. I love my setup, I'm not gonna lie. Kingdom, yes. I actually have most of it shot, and I'm gonna shoot the rest of my B-roll tomorrow because I've been at work all weekend and I haven't had a chance to shoot anything. But like the actual narration and thoughts of it, that's done. So I just got to shoot the B-roll and take some pictures and some video with it, and do all the comparisons and whatever. And I'm either doing that tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on the weather. So it should be here by next, or like this coming, probably like Thursday-ish. Actually, if I'm done, it'll probably be Friday or Saturday. Now that I think about it. TG, what color do you have on the Pixel 5 though? Because I had the green Pixel 5 for a while, and I'm sad that I sold it. I wish I would have kept it. I loved that one. I'm a sucker for anything green. Yeah, the sage or like the forest green. Like that's what I did on my watch too, actually. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. See that? Like the forest color. I love it. 120 storage is actually fine, KG. Thanks for being here too. Nice to see you again. I barely had a problem with 64 actually. I've almost never used more than like 47 gigs on my phone, even with shooting video and photos and stuff. So the 128 is perfectly fine for me. I also pay for the 2 terabyte Google storage though, because I use it enough. And then I share it with like my other accounts and my work account and stuff. So we kind of all share it, Moto Ming. Wait, what is that? Is it the A1200? Oh, with a glass or probably plastic, but with a clear front. That's really cool, actually. I've never seen this one, but it definitely looks like a 2005 phone. And props for having the pen so early on. There's still a Moto stylus. We sell it for $2 a month at AT&T. It's actually a really good phone. Mitchell, yeah, I agree. I'm a little minimalistic as well. So the Material U, and it looks really good with this one because it's dark theme, but light theme actually looks pretty good too. And this picture, believe it or not, this wallpaper is in that photo album I was telling you about. This is shot by a Pixel. I didn't take it, but it was shot by a Pixel. So that's kind of a cool Easter egg too. Mitchell, I do agree though. I do miss the colored accent button. I understand why they took it away, but at least on the regular 7, I wish they would have kept it. Kingdom, if you're gonna get your daughter a Pixel, I would probably go with the 6A instead of the 5. Better haptics, better battery, better camera, and more durable. Well, it's actually not necessarily more durable, but it definitely has a better battery. I've actually been very impressed. I have never been disappointed with my 6A, not for video, microphone, photos, service, processing power, none of that stuff. I've been very, very impressed with it. If I wasn't into this and worked at a phone store, I would probably have it because I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Let's see. Tina says, "Okay, gotta head out. Thanks for your time." Yeah, for sure. No worries. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love seeing all the repeat people. I know I keep saying that, but I love seeing people like come back and and hang out. It's super fun. Chris, I love Pizza Hut. It's a little expensive, but I love Pizza Hut because if I'm gonna have it delivered, Pizza Hut overcharges you. So like a regular $16.99 pizza is like an $18.99 pizza, and then they charge $2 for an extra top. Like it gets ridiculously high, plus the delivery fee and then the taxes and like so. I picked this up on my way home from work, and I got their new pasta, and I got a melt, which I would assume is the new version of Pizzone, which is traditionally my favorite food. I mean, you can get 2 Pizzones for $20, and that's 2 meals. That's really good. I gotcha, yeah. I mean, what's a Pixel 5 right now? Like 250-ish? You're only saving like $100. And for how much longer the 6A is going to last with the new processor, and you know what I mean? Mitchell, believe it or not, I have a Palm Mini in the closet in my phone bag. It's cracked because I accidentally dropped it on my way in, but I do have one, yeah, and I even have like a spec case for it. I just can't get it activated because it's that stupid one that only activates on Verizon, but it sits there and loads and loads and loads, thinking it's trying to activate because there's no SIM in it, because it's an eSIM. So unless I actually buy service on it, I can't get past the activating screen. It's this weird bug with it, but there's no fix because no one has them anymore. Yeah, CDMA only. It's a nice phone though. I really like it. One day I'm gonna break it out of that that loop. I just haven't done it, but I really like that phone. And honestly, like a companion device was not a bad idea. But imagine if they made it so the palm is about this big. Imagine if they shrunk it just a little bit and they made it more square, like the iPod Nano, and they put it on a wrist. It was essentially it would be a watch. But if you considered it a secondary phone that could actually receive phone calls and be disguised as a watch, I actually just this week have had 2 sets of parents coming in trying to buy one a Pixel watch and one a Galaxy watch, and be able to call the number on the watch, but you can't do that because it syncs your phone number together. So it kind of defeats the purpose, and that actually would have saved people a lot of time if they had done that. But yeah, any last minute questions? I gotta head out pretty soon because I'm exhausted. And then I gotta get stuff done tomorrow. I gotta clean. I gotta run some errands and stuff, and then I got school on Tuesday. News saying people are smuggling the Palm Mini to prison. I'm actually not surprised. Out of all the phones to try and smuggle, I mean that's not a bad idea, but that's kind of funny though. Wow, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it. Kingdom and Mitchell and Tina and TG and KG. Let's see, who am I missing? Tina, I said Tina. And then some people earlier on. Sterzonal. Clemente was here. MSaw. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I love hanging out with you guys. I'm definitely going to do more of these. I don't want to overwhelm you and be like, oh, you're live every day. That's annoying. Like, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I do want to, have a more personal kind of connection and gateway than like the traditional reviewer may. So that's kind of that's the goal. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, hey. And Cesarlo? Is that how you say it? Caesar Leo? Thanks for chatting, man. Yeah, glad you enjoyed it. Nice. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm gonna run one more ad, and also remember that I'm to keep an eye out on Twitter and YouTube for the giveaway thing. Either I'm gonna do the Fitbit Sense or I'll do the Galaxy Watch, but the Galaxy Watch probably will just be a members giveaway. I'm guessing, but keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later.